All right, let me jump right to it. This is just kind of a impromptu episode of it's all I mean, dang, of Pay Me No Mind Sports and Entertainment. Definitely gonna jump into some bite down boxing talk with a good a great social media buddy and J-Ro from Twitter. What's going on, man?
Not much, sir. Not much. Getting ready to go watch this fight. But everything's good. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. A little disappointed that I got to it. But just the COVID and everything is hard. It's difficult to plan for everything. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel you.
How's it feel, man, to be in to be in Texas, one of the few states up until recently that was allowing, events.
Oh man, it felt great. It felt like Texas was for the last year the mecca of boxing. But it feels great having all the excited. But yeah, man, Texas loving it. Texas fans loving all the fights around here.
Have you been to any of the other events, or is this the first one?
This is the first one. I didn't want to risk it with the whole COVID deal. Want to risk, but I'm gonna risk it for because it's Chocolatito. But yeah, this first one to the
All right, so let me click on Twitter, like I just said a couple months ago, but I couldn't get to the. Is J O does that indicate the number of accounts that you're on now, or
Yeah, it's sort of like that's close to it. You know what I mean? I used to go by jrosales13, but like I said, I don't have that account no more, so I use the 13 in the account now.
got you. All right, so I just got the there in case anybody wanted to check you out. I know you've been giving the people hell this week, man, with the fight coming up. Um, what's your connection, I guess, to let's start with your connection to Chocolatito, man. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't all that familiar with with the super flyweight division and some of the smaller guys. But of course, a couple years ago when Loeffler, when he started popping up on Triple G's undercard, not I was like, damn, this little dude can box and whatnot. So that's kind of when I tapped in. But for you, what stood out to you earlier?
It was in 2007 actually, when I started following Chocolatito. Boxing is such a nationalistic sport, You're from the UK, you support your UK fighters, people from America fighters. My family comes from Guatemala,
Oh, okay.
and unfortunately, we don't have no fighters. We don't have no boxers. But so the closest thing that I always took were Central American boxers. So boxers from El Salvador, Panama, and all that. So I heard Taken Promotions, Mr. Honda. He had signed a Nicaraguan fighter named Roman Chocolatito Gonzales, and I've always respected Honda's eye for talent. Before Chocolatito, they had signed Valero, and they signed Jorge Linares, who were like top prospects at the time. So when I heard they got Chocolatito and he was from Nicaragua, America, I was like, oh, let me check him out. And I checked him out, and I loved how he fought. And then in 2008, he won his first world title by beating a really good fighter, underrated fighter in Yutaka Nida. I think Chocolatito was like 21 years old at the time. And Yutaka Nida was a hell of a champion. And Roman Gonzalez just ran him over in 4 rounds, busted his eye, and I was like, "Oh, this guy is special. He's the real deal." And early on,
Got you. Yeah, like I said, man, I was nowhere near those divisions, but with something we talked about it a little bit before, or maybe you picked up on some of my content commentary. I just, I got tired. I wasn't never, too much into the heavyweights after, the 90s, early 2000s, maybe.
right.
And then getting frustrated with the inability for boxing's inability to make any of the fights at welterweight. I just started looking at other divisions, and with Floyd moving on, it was and stumble across Chocolatito, and notice we're already on board with.
Right. And that's what's great about the lower weights. Maybe because like if I make enough, they don't make that big of a money, so there's not an argument of, hey, what's the split 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, or whatever you got in the bigger divisions, because there's not that enough money to go around. You know what I mean? So everybody's just happy to make six figures there. You know, you make six figures, you're good. You're making great money, six figures there. Before Roman Gonzales, they were making like five figures. So it was a lot easier to make the fight for them. It was a lot easier. It was more affordable. And that's it got more chances of always fighting, of the best fighting the best in those weight classes.
And I would imagine with these guys coming from the different homelands that they come from with different economies
Correct.
and whatnot, that money is even of greater value, even though it might not be
Of course.
what lightweight and up can get.
Exactly. And that is a great point. I agree.
What did we miss? Those of us, what did we miss with the first? So,
I mean, you missed a great fight. He was a fight of the year candidate. It was in California. I think it was in Pomona, but don't quote me on that one. But he was a back and forth fight. Estrada was someone known back then. I think he only had like one solid win. No, he avenged his only loss at the time versus Sanchez, and but he moved down in weight, and he gave Chocolatito issue. I mean, he gave him hell, and that was like the first time when I was like, oh man, this Estrada kid is really good, because I had never seen Roman at that time had such a tough fight before. Like Roman had another split decision win earlier in his career before Estrada, but he won that clearly. He just didn't see it his way, but he was a tough fight for Roman. But the Estrada fight, that was when took him to the and Chocolatito had to dig deep on that one, and then the next fight, Estrada moved up back to his normal weight class, which was 112, and became unified champion when he beat Brian Viloria in his very next fight. But it was a hell of a war, that first one.
Gotcha. So walk us through, Roman has the there with, taking the fight with Sarungfasai, Sarungfasai. I thought he won the 1st one. I thought he edged it out. What did you think in the first fight, as well as the match, which left no questions?
Right, like you, I thought he won the first one too. Yeah, people hello Chocolatito, especially back then, they didn't realize, or they took for granted, or they didn't understand how much Chocolatito's trainer dying to Roman going into the first fight with Roman side. Because right after he fought Carlos Cuadras, his trainer had a stroke, died, and I used to be tweeting at that time that I felt get his head right. But he fought Roman side with an inexperienced corner in the first fight. I thought he still edged it out. I thought he still won it. He didn't get the decision mentally. Chocolatito wasn't there because he suffered his first loss. He doesn't really have a corner anymore. He doesn't have a trainer, and then his trainer died, and then he goes to the rematch and gets knocked out, gets obliterated, like destroyed.
It was tough to watch that.
It was tough. But I think the best thing that happened after that, he suffered a leg, his knee, and then he got surgery, so he took time off. He was, I think, gone for like almost a year.
Right.
And I think that helped him get his head clear. It helped him get his body recuperating, because he had fought such a top level competition in years up to that point, where I think he just mentally cleared. He got a better trainer. I always had a different trainer, and a trainer that communicated better with him in Caballero. Started training in Coachella, California, and I think he has looked rejuvenated somewhat. He's still, he's 33 now. He's not as fast as he used to be. His reflexes is not on point like it used to be. But I feel like he does have a better mindset now going forward.
So, like he comes back. I think didn't he have a fight or two in Japan, maybe, or at least one?
Yeah, he had one. He had one back in December of 2019, December of 2019, right before he beat Yafai. He had one fight in Japan.
Right.
He was also on the undercard of the Golovkin 2. He fought Fuentes. Moises Fuentes.
Right.
And he fought on that undercard as well in Vegas. But that was the 2 fights after the knockout. He was supposed to fight in the last show of HBO, but that's when he suffered the knee injury. So he had to pull out. And I think Estrada got him. And it was Estrada who fought there. He had this one fight in Vegas, one fight in Japan, and then 2 months later he fought Yafai in Frisco, Texas.
Right. So that's where we linked up, met, and chopped it up for a few minutes in between the fights. And I was so far away. I was up there watching. I was up in the in the press box. Actually, it's the the coaching staff boxes where they call the plays at his stuff. What was up with that? But you had on you had on a white cap that I think was backwards most of the night. So I just sat there envious of you, 4 or 5 rows back. And it was just a joy watching you, man, enjoy and support support a guy that you lead in and helped me start to appreciate a lot better. So what was your takeaway? First having that, was that your first time catching him live?
No, I've gone to the first time I caught him live was probably in 2011. When he fought a guy by the name of I can't remember his name right now, but he was in Pomona, California. 5,000 people in attendance. But it was back in 2000 before he fought Estrada, the first Estrada fight. I try to always go to Chocolatito's fight when he fights in the United States. I've only missed 2 of his fights since he fought in the United States.
Okay. Well, just what was the experience so close to you? This is, last year taking on Cal and back on the championship.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Oh yeah, especially after getting when I think people thought that was it for him. It was done. I was questioning it. I don't know if he come back from that. So I have told you when I met you right before the fight that I was nervous. So he's so much better. But if his chin was cracked, his resistance was just done, shot, washed, or whatever you want to call it. But I thought your fight was big, too young, and Roman wouldn't be able to handle it. So I thought first round was kind of questionable. But I thought I liked the way he looked. I thought your fight was was going to show him like I'm the bigger, younger guy. I'm gonna bully you. And when Chocolatito started using his footwork, started getting him angles and throwing his combinations like I'm used to seeing him do, I already knew oh no, this is gonna be Roman's night, and it was super exciting to watch. Because I was very happy for him. I know he meant a lot to him, and I actually, I got a friend who worked for Airlast, Ernest Gavion.
Okay.
He actually got me right after the fight. At the final hotel, he called me. He's like, "Hey, come on." And I'm like, "Where are we going?" And I think I was with my son at the time. You met my son also,
right?
And he just took us to Chocolatito, and we were able to go inside Chocolatito's hotel room, and I got to talk to him, shake his hand, and it was a great night, man. It was exciting.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
I said we're talking to it because I've been doing a Sunday morning kind of recap thing, and I just mentioned, I sat in the press room after that fight when he came in, man, just to watch what's good, Ronald Finkley, man. Yeah, definitely. Ronald Finkley just chimed in the chat, but yeah, I just said to sit back and watch and listen to him express kind of his spirituality, which helped and overcoming some of the stuff that you just talked about with his old trainer passing away, being defeated the way that he was and not being a champion anymore. And it was heartbreaking, man. I mean, we see so many of the American fighters and other fighters who, it's all the bluster and, the machismo and all the disrespect and yelling and blah, blah, blah. Just so express so much gratitude in being able to climb back to the championship status and prove everybody wrong and kind of prove to himself that he was.
Yeah, I agree. And he's a humble cat, religious guy, and he I think he's satisfied with that fight, and even in the next fight when he fought Gonzales in Mexico, I feel like it gave him a lot of confidence also going into this fight.
Right, he took apart Israel Gonzales. The guy you were talking about was Ramon Garcia Morales.
Yes,
in April, actually. Did you see positive signs of some staying for Roman with that fight over Israel Gonzales? Did you
Yeah, no, I did. I like I said, his offense is still beautiful to watch. He still throws combinations and is very fluid. His reflexes, like I said, not what it used to be in his prime, but that's to be expected. I don't think Estrada's reflexes is what it used to be either. But his offense was fluid. He does get hit a little bit more now because again the reflex is not there, so that's always worrisome. I think his power's still there. I think his his offense is still there. Just the defense might been down some, and we'll see how it goes later tonight.
Got you. Just a couple more questions. I know you said you were getting ready to get rolling and whatnot. Next two questions. So, who's attending the fights with you tonight? I always tap into Twitter and see what's going on with your kids participating in martial arts and just getting some updates on what's going on with that. But which one, or who's attending the fight with you, and then how do you see the rematch playing out tonight?
My middle son, he's the boxing guy. He loves to go to boxing fight, so he will be attending with me. I'm trying to get my youngest into it. He's not there yet. He's still kind of too young, probably. He's just not. He's just not there yet. But for the rematch, Estrada's really good.
Hey, I saw your tweet with the picture of Estrada. Like, man, this dude looked like a grand champ pit bull or some.
Yeah, dude, and he's shape. He's in tremendous shape. Oh my god.
He's got to fight him.
Yeah, right. He looks so strong. He had muscles everywhere, man. I like I said, it sounds really good, and I think he's so focused for this one. This is a rematch that he has been wanting for 8 years now, 9 years. So, tough fight for Roman. I'm always picking Chocolatito to win. That's just my guy. So I'm always going to ride with him. I'm going to pick him to win a close, competitive decision. But I think Estrada. I would say people going to bet money. The smart money will be on Estrada. His offense is really good. He is getting hit more now. He tasted the canvas in his last fight with Quadros.
Right.
So he's getting hit more. Now and around this weight classes, when you hit 30, man, you start seeing a decline. So and with the war he had with Crosby, the Carter's fight was a war now.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And,
it was.
Yeah, so you don't know if that took anything out of him. So he could be flipping where Roman can catch him and probably outwork him. But Estrada, he's such his right hook, left hook combination type of deal. He will punch with Roman. Roman throwing the combinations. He's just not going to sit there and try to block it all. He's going to try to punch with Roman when he's opening up in the middle. So it's going to be a great fight. I'm going to ride with Chocolatito, but man, Estrada's tough guy.
Yeah, his skill level is all of that. Right. And you said I was saying last week, just previewing a little bit, if the Estrada that showed up against the rematch with Gonzales, if he shows up, it's gonna be tough. But I'm interested to see what what Chocolatito does, man. And I know he's showing up to put in a great performance. And I hope you enjoy yourself, man. I'm sure you will. Very last question. Just what else are you looking to on the card, man? I think it's a very solid card. The kid from Ohio, his fight fell off. He got sick, but good step up match for Ammo Williams against Dennis Douglan. And the kid Raymond Ford is pretty sharp. Southpaw out of I think he's at featherweight against another undefeated fighter with some good knockouts and whatnot. So, and then I don't know where you are with the women's boxing, but I think it's a good rematch. It's a good rivalry between Cecilia Brycus and Jessica McCaskill. But what's your expectations on the card in its entirety?
No, I like the card a lot. Ammo Williams, I'm very interested to see Ammo. I am kind of a fan with him. I know he got a lot of flack when he put the sparring there where he knocked somebody out.
Yeah.
But I thought he handled that good. When he apologized, I was like, oh man, that was good of him. And I'm hoping to see him. I'm hoping to see how good he is in person. But I like the kid. I'm also interested in the Japanese boxer.
Oh yeah,
Kyokuchi.
Yeah.
Yes, 108-pound champion. He's a really good fighter. Good body puncher. He is, and I know he's excited because for years now he's always talked about Chocolatito and how Chocolatito's his idol, and he's a big fan. So he's gonna share a card with Chocolatito. But I am excited because this probably be the only time, unless he makes the move to the United States, where I will be able to watch him in person. So I am excited to see him, and yeah, I'm really excited for this card. I think Eddie Hearn did good job with this card.
Yeah, what's your thoughts, man? On and I find myself like just talking about the value that I feel that I get from DAZN, and I think that overshadows kind of people's criticism of the commentator team and whatnot, and some of the and the fact that it's not fights on there every weekend for people that expect that. But I'm just like, again, to pay my $99 at the beginning of the year, I just don't.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to criticize it. Now, I was criticizing DAZN during the pandemic when they had no fights.
They got me. They got me.
Especially for the yearly subscribers, that they should have put like a hold or something. Like, hey, we got nothing. We got no content. So this yearly, whatever you paid up to this point, we're gonna pause it. They did it for the monthly, but they didn't do it for the yearly people. I felt just for goodwill they should have done that. But outside of that, man, I love DAZN. I think the value is great for it. And like you get Canelo fights on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? If you order the Canelo fight, if you got DAZN for the Canelo fight, you get into Chocolatito Estrada fight for free, basically. You know what I mean? So it's a great value.
Yeah, I think mine ended. My last subscription ended last October, mid-October or something.
Mhm.
I was pissed off. I got on the line. I chatted with one of the customer service reps, and I was like, why can't you just add, 3 months or 4? Why can't we split it?
Mhm.
Give me 2 of my months back.
Yeah.
Or give me a code for 15% off or 10% off. Do something for me. And
I think it just shows a goodwill.
Right.
Because I feel like that was pretty unfair to the especially the yearly subscribers. They're showing their
loyalty.
I guess loyalty,
yes.
for lack of a better word, to you.
Yes.
By subscribing for years. Saying, hey, here's $100 right off the bat,
Yes.
I'm not doing the month by month type of deal.
Yes.
And for them not to show the goodwill, I thought it was a bad move. Because the monthly subscribers, they were able to put the pause on it.
Right.
And I just didn't, I didn't get that part. I just didn't understand that move by them. But outside of that, man, I think they've done great.
Yeah, I think right when I re-up, man, I think I got the doubleheader with Estrada Quadras 2 and then Chocolatito and Gonzales. Then I think on the heels of that, you got.
That's when I re-up too.
Yeah, you got the AJ fight with the Bolivia guy, or not Bolivia, the crazy dude. Anyway, the older cat. And then you had, of course, you had the Canelo fight. I think you might have had I don't know if Virgil Ortiz was in there or not, but we definitely got the Povetkin in white. And then you got it was one of the big. Well, at the top of the year, you got Garcia and Campbell, and then you got the Canelo and Yildirim. So it all kind of just it was hard to be too angry about it. But like you said, that goodwill, when we give you our money up front, we allow you to go out and get your schedule together, knowing what the money that you do have in the can already. And like you said, versus the people who might take 2 months off, grab a month here, blah, blah, blah. But it was, I knew I was in a bad position, and I just went on and gave them my damn money.
Yeah, man. Same here, man. I re-up during that time too, so I was like, they got me, you know what I mean? But because at first, man, I'm like, man, I'm not getting the zone no more. But then they got you, and people are like, oh, this guy's got me.
Yeah, they had that double header out there. Like I said, the Estrada and Quadras 2. I'm like, about a week and a half before reality kind of set in. Like, bro, this is your only option, okay?
Right.
Finkley just said all DAZN got to do is get the AJ versus Fury, and I'm back with him. I hear you. Hey, well, I don't want to hold you up, man. I know you got some stuff to go do. Have a great time, man. Like I said, I'm a little envious, man. But I think things are on the cusp. Possibly, if everything goes well with what they're doing with the vaccination timetable and what Biden said about the country opening up and everything, it looks like boxing in general could get a good idea of when fans can get back to events and maybe some of the fights that we could that have been on hold, those can start coming together. Even the Fury and AJ. Before you do go though, what's your anticipation for the undisputed at super lightweight, and Taylor?
I think that's another great fight. I like Taylor in that one though. I think Taylor might get Ramirez. Just too big, too strong, and he's a very skilled fighter. But I'm excited for that one. Another undisputed 140. I don't know. I wonder what Taylor will do afterwards if he wins, or even if Ramirez wins. I really am curious to see what they do. Whether they wait at 140 for Teofimo Lopez, or they go try to challenge Crawford at 147 if Crawford's still with Top Rank at that time. But it should be a good one, man. That should be a good one.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if that fight needs to come off so that maybe we get a little what could be next for Crawford. If that winner kind of factors into what was next for him. I know we saw some back and forth between him and Porter about when Porter could be ready, and so on and so forth. But anyway, man, like I said, I don't want to hold you up, man. Y'all enjoy it. I guess I had to tap back into Twitter a little on and see what kind of updates you give. And you know, man, I'm gonna be rooting for you and your guy.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Take care.
Hey, you too. Appreciate it.
Thanks. So that's J-Ro off of Twitter. Like I said, man, I just see the cat doing his thing on Twitter, and you know, just a good follow. Usually has good boxing commentary across the board. You know, kind of keeps everybody a little honest. I see him give the PBC some stick. I see him give Top Rank some stick. He's a pretty balanced guy. Good history on the game too, and just makes a lot of good points. He's one of the few guys on there, you know, who I used to check what he had to say about the game and whatnot and whatnot. So anyway, man, good action tonight. I wanted to get on and get the voice of someone that's a little more tuned in, has been a little more tuned in. I know he's for Chocolatito stand. I mean, he likes to do that much. And like I said, Chocolatito is a real gentleman. And Estrada is a cool dude, you know, and it's going to be a great fight tonight, as Finkley just said. Who was that I got to catch the replay? His name is I don't know his first name, man. Just jrosales. He lives in Texas. Huge boxing fan, huge Chocolatito fan. And I just met him on Twitter. And when I was down in Frisco, Texas last year in February for the Mikey Garcia and Jesse Fargas fight, me out on the concourse and chopped it up for a minute. He actually bought a Bite Down Boxing tee from me, man. Contributed to the movement a little bit. So I thought that was pretty dope. Even had to beg him or anything, you know. He just was like, "Yeah, here you go, a couple dollars for it. Appreciate it." It's a real cool dude, man. So I appreciated that. And you know, obviously, who you taking in a rematch with the women, McCaskill and Breakus? And if you want to call in, man, I'll throw the number back up there if you want to call in, man, and chop it up for a few minutes. I got about 15 minutes left before I go get this bike ride in if you want to call in. But other than that, we got if you don't want to call in, that's understandable too, but definitely want to know. Okay, McCaskill, cool. You know, I don't have a winner there. I just like that they don't like each other. I just like that that McCaskill, because what's her name who fought her? Callie Reese. Callie Reese, I thought, you know, she knocked Cecilia Breakus down, but she still ended up losing the fight. But she didn't give her the rematch. And she said on HBO that she would give her the rematch. And it never happened. And so then Breakus. What's good is Pay Me No Mind.
Yo, what's good? Can you hear me, brother?
I got you, bro. What's good?
Oh, man, just great. Enjoy this day, man. The snow's melting. Boxing is back. Great week of boxing. I just wanted to come on and say what's up, man. Enjoy the conversation. And whatever you want to talk about, I'm just here, man.
I appreciate it, man. I like I said, I've been trying to throw the number out there for people who want to call in and you know, just get their thoughts out there, just take advantage of the platform. So how do you see McCaskill taking the fight? Why are you backing her in that rematch with Cecilia Breakus?
Well, you know, I'm kind of only backing her because I took a parlay on her, but I did like the way she toughed it out with Cecilia. So I'm assuming she's going to do it again. And I was watching her the other day, and she said she might go for the KO. So, I mean, she seemed like she's the same person she was the last fight. So I'm thinking she's just going to beat Cecilia Breakus. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think she got her number. So that's why I'm going to go with McCaskill. I'm not really too solo fighting. But I just remember that it was a tough she was in, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, she's scrappy. I honestly, just in the little fight analysis that I do, I see little improvement in her, to not smother her work sometimes. I think she takes a lot of shots to the head a lot of times, and she just her head down and just kind of goes in. And I would like for her to clean that up a little. But I mean, she is what she is. I think she's 36. She's late. She's taking some big fights. She went to the UK with only like 3 or 4 fights under her belt and fought Katie Taylor. So she's a warrior, man. And sometimes we just got to respect people for who they are. And I don't think it's gonna change things up enough. And that's the thing. McCaskill is the smaller fighter. She's coming up. She was at lightweight. I think she had maybe 3 fights. She could have 4 at 104, and then she jumped right up to welterweight. So I would think that Bright Coos would have used her advantages as the bigger fighter. But man, she's just older, and was just trying to slide out of the game, with all of her titles, and just got tripped up.
Yep. Yeah, man. Except Estrada. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
I was just gonna say, your thoughts? You're up there in the same area in the region as Dennis Douglas, man. Any on him in ammo?
Oh, you know what? I know that the guy he just said prediction league, but I just know that that the guy Douglas has a lot of experience, and I thought I did just watch one of his fights. I kind of glimpsed over his highlight. The dude can box, but he's a tough guy. But I've seen Ammo box a few times, and that dude is tough, accurate, and strong. So I just see Ammo being able to beat him. That's my plan. I got him too this weekend. I got the young people this weekend. Yeah, I just feel like he can do it.
Yeah, it'll be. I think early on, we just got to see what legs look like. I like his last fight out was very disappointing. He fought a guy that wasn't all that talented, and Mike guy, shorter muscle bound. And the dude really wasn't even all that offensive, but he just kind of took the heart of Douglas away. And Douglas had been in several camps. Been in camp with I think it was after Porter had been in. I mean, he had been in camp with Sean Porter getting ready for Spence. I saw Douglas, on the card. Now, this, like I said, a dude who was not took his heart away from him and got a victory. So, like you said though, with the kid Ammo, man, I like the pace that he fights with. He kind of stays in his own pace. He's not a big volume guy, but he does a lot with a little, and I think that's a great for a young fighter to be efficient.
Yeah, he'd take a big shot, or if he has to take a big shot, it don't seem like he come out his game plan. He just stays there focused and pick people apart. So this is going to be a good fight, tonight. There's going to be a couple good fights tonight, man. I'm just excited. I'm out here doing some running around and stuff, man, but it's beautiful, and it's a good day of fighting,
Got you. Before you get off, I'm about to go get the fight, a little exercise in before the night. What's your thoughts on the Showtime side? What's your thoughts on the Showtime side with Benavidez and also from your region, Ronald Ellis up at super middleweight, and then any other action on that card?
Oh man, Benavidez is just too long and too strong. He might get caught with something like he did the last fight. But I don't know, man. I just feel like Benavidez is just having like a nice tune-up fight against that TMT boxer there, Ronald Ellis. I'm not taking anything away from Ronald Ellis, but I think Benavidez is going to be too much for him.
Yeah, he didn't really do anything special to me the couple of times that I have seen him on TV. I like that he's talking a good game and sounds like he's going to, shoot his shot with him getting on the platform. So I expect him to I just hope he's not overwhelmed off, because Benavidez has a hell of an offensive game. I mean, he can do it all offensively. And like you said, he's longer, taller, and all of that. Just see what what Ellis can do. about Gaucher and Jamonte Clark?
Oh yeah, I was looking at that one. That's like an 8-rounder, right?
I think so.
8-round.
That's weird.
Yeah,
though.
I'm not too familiar with both of them. You can hear me?
I can.
Oh, okay. I'm with them. I'm definitely looking forward to that fight tonight too. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a good card tonight. Not too familiar with them. Pay me no mind. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. Hey, well, man, I appreciate you calling in, man. I'm gonna jump off and go, like I said, go try to get this bike ride in, run a little errand for my mother. But I definitely appreciate you, man, checking into the channel from time to time and whatnot. And I don't know if I'm gonna get on later tonight. Depends on what time the fight's end. If they do end early, though, I might come back on and just wrap it up so I can save my Sunday morning to myself, instead of coming back on.
Yeah, if you get bored, if the white decide to take a date or something, we'll be over there on another channel, good friendly channel.
Okay.
So I don't know how you, but I'll shoot you the text or something, what channel or whatever we'll be on. Just kind of hanging out.
Do that. What are you looking to next week? I don't think it's right now. We got Virgil Ortiz stepping up against Mo Hooker. Any interest in that one?
Oh yeah, that's a big interest fight. Yeah, that's another DAZN card, right? Or that's a top ranked card.
That's on the zone. Yeah, on the zone.
Oh, that's the zone too. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too. The zone can't do no wrong, man.
They're in a good now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. I know. I like Maurice Hooker. He looks like he's getting bigger, like he's growing into the weight. So it should be a tough fight, man. I got to think about that, but I got to watch some tape on them. They both are. Everybody always give them a lot of accolades, both of them. So I got to watch some tape on that. Take a picture on that.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, man. Don't forget to shoot me that thing. Like I said, I'm gonna jump off, man, and go get this workout I done pushed off for the last hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it to you right now. We'll be over there later, just hanging out, watching all the fights, man. Nice normal channel.
Or if I have to go
Okay.
down,
All right.
that might be the issue.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you for stopping through. Peace.
Oh, no problem. Thanks.
All right, man. My boys just got beat. I'm a little pissed off. And they lost to the Ops too in Ohio State. The Michigan Wolverines just lost. I believe it's the round, or was the semifinals. Now we got Iowa and Illinois. Illinois up 3 points right now, but yeah, we took a blow. We had a blow today with Isaiah Livers being out of the game, and Coach Juwan had the issue last game and got sat down, ejected for whatever and whatnot. But yeah, I'm a little pissed off losing to Ohio State and then having the uncertainty of whether or not Livers is going to make it back for for March Madness and whatnot. And the thing about that is the team looks so different than teams from back in the day, and the type of scores that I was familiar with as a young college basketball fan. This isn't the type of team that it's a guy that takes over the late in the second half and give you 25, 27 points for the game. It's kind of a team effort. A bunch of guys around 12 to 17 points or something. So it was already a little different following the team. But now with Livers possibly out, somebody's got to step up, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, man, let me get on off of here like I was getting ready to. Appreciate everybody that checked in, hit the like button for me and whatnot. Shout out to Jay Rosales for calling in today. He'll be at the fight later on tonight in Dallas for Estrada and Chocolatito too. So it was good to get some insight from him, and then appreciate Ronald Finkley for calling in as well. And good luck to him on his four fight parlay. I think he said he had. So I don't want to mess that brother's money up. I'm gonna be pulling for Chocolatito, to be honest. It is a tough assignment. The way that the shape that Estrada looks like he's in, I'm gonna go with McCaskill to grit out the rematch. Looking forward to the Japanese 108 pound guy, and then just seeing what Ammo Williams does against Dennis Douglas, as well as Raymond Ford against that cat that see who that was real quick. Dude did have like 11 or something with the handful with a nice knockout total. So let me check him out real quick. Aaron Perez, I'm sorry. He's 10-0. I think he has like 6 knockouts. But he's from El Paso, is where he resides. So that's that. Again, pay me no mind, sports. You don't have to be quite there. Let them count you out. Enjoy the fights tonight. Showtime, DAZN. Get us in the next week with Virgil Ortiz Jr.